Hey, what's up guys? This is Kyle Fields from the Fort. We're in downtown New York City, Chelsea Flatiron on 21st Street. And we're at the home of the original Fortitude Strength Club, AKA the Fort. And I'm gonna show you how it operates, how it all works, how we got started, and what we do. So when we started the gym in 2015, the only place that we could afford, the only place that we could get was down the street from where we personally trained, down here in this basement. So when we first started, we always kind of thought like it'd be cool if we operated like a little speakeasy gym. We didn't really have anybody out front. We don't have a front desk. So it's kind of like this need to know type of a place. And then as we come down, we wanted to like drop a few like hints that you're on your way to somewhere special. Get you inspired, motivated, just drop some little tidbit, something that like gets you in the right mindset, you know? Also to like let you know that you're probably in the right place. So we're the only ones down here, and it's all, you know, it's us and the super. So might, like if you get real quiet, you can kind of hear some music coming from in here. Also we got our sign here. So come on in. This is our strength sanctuary. We always wanted it to feel cozy, homey. We didn't want to feel this to feel like a big box gym, but rather when you come in, you feel like, you know, you're in someone's house. You're in a place that people really like care about. So it's a really important for us that we like created this sanctuary style place where when people come in, they feel comfortable. They're in a safe spot. They're welcomed in. You know, there's friendly faces around, and it just doesn't feel all that like too formal, you know? So it's got like a pretty cozy, comfy vibe. When we started, Dan and I built all of this out ourselves. It was originally set up like an office space, and we ordered all this equipment. We made a lot of trips to Home Depot. We installed everything ourselves. We laid the flooring in ourselves, and this has been 6 years and it's held up pretty good. So we seem to be doing something right. So typically when everybody comes in, they might like change. We got a few changing rooms, some lockers. There's a shower there if anybody needs to use after they work out. But typically we'll start our sessions here. Now I think the thing that really like sets us apart as a gym is that we limit our class size to 4 people. And the reason that we do that is we realized when we were personal trainers that we can personally train 4 people at once and deliver the same level of cueing, coaching, guidance that we would if we were personally training them. Because I can't deliver 1 hour's length of instruction without people needing some time to actually practice the movements and lift and work out. So what would happen in personal training is I'd just end up counting their reps or talking to them about the news or the weather or whatever is going on. And we realized like I can do this for 4 people, 4 totally different people, and give them all the personal training experience. I'm gonna save them some money, and they're also gonna become friends in the process. It's always more fun when you're working out with friends. So while we start here, we'll do some movement prep, some activation, you know, some easy movement. You know, we'll practice our hip hinge, warm up our ankles, our knees, shoulders, elbows. We might do some activation drills to get ourselves ready for the big lifts that we're gonna do. But we'll get ourselves in the state to start working out. Now, every month we work on a different program, and we're gonna break down that program into 3 different days. So you have Monday or Tuesday to get day 1. You got Wednesday or Thursday to get day 2. Then you got Friday, Saturday, or Sunday to get day 3. You get these 3 workouts in a week. That means you've completed a full program for that week. And we'll do that for 4 progressive weeks to get better. At the end of that 4-week phase, we'll wipe it all down and we'll start over with a brand new program. So usually over here, this is where we'll break down some of the details and we'll do some explanations of the phase that we're working on. Right now, this phase is called Pump Up the Volume. And this is a volume and accumulation phase. So what we're working on this month is building more and more reps rather than necessarily building up more and more weight. We want to get more volume, more accumulation, more overall work done over the course of the month. Now there's going to be other months, other phases where we work primarily on strength and we want to drive the weight that we lift up over the course of the month. There will be other months where we work on positions and technique and our movement quality. There will be other phases where we work on new skills and performances that maybe we haven't worked on in the past. But we'll rotate through those phases over the course of the months and over the course of the years. So after we warm up, really, if there's anything that we really want to get from all of our members, or if there's anything we really want to teach all of our members, it's to be masters and excellent with the barbell. The thing that's so great about the barbell is that it's so simple. You can put it in any garage, hell, you can keep it in a closet. It's infinitely loadable, at least, maybe not infinite, but it's infinite to the point that you're never gonna be able to outlift the barbell. You'll always be able to add more weight to it, so it's gonna keep you progressively strong over the course of your whole life. You can do all types of different movements, all upper body, lower body, hips, shoulders, chest, ankles. So we really work on becoming comfortable and confident with the barbell. You can walk into any gym in America and you're gonna likely find a barbell there. And we wanna arm you with the knowledge and experience to know what to do with it. So another thing that's really cool about barbells is they're divisible down to 1 kilo. So we can get like really precise. We can get really heavy, really light, really precise with the weight. And it's really important to us that we keep track of the weights that you use over the course of training with us. Now this does a few things for us. One, it makes sure that we're all as a gym on the same page with your level and what you should be working on at the level, the weight that you should be lifting at. So if you have a different coach one week to the next, your coaches are gonna know what weight you used the week before and how to appropriately guide you for the following weeks. The other thing that it's gonna do is just give you feedback as to how you're doing. You know, it's really valuable to know and to see objective, measurable feedback as to your process. And if you don't get that in your normal training, and you add this in, you're gonna feel a whole new dimension of purpose and focus to go into the gym, what you're working on, how you're getting better, and like what you need to do in order to get to the next level. So right now you can see we got a 2-person group going on right now. We never have more than 4 people, and we have 4 full stations so that everybody's always got their own equipment, their own barbell. We never need to share weights, okay? And once we finish this section of the training, we'll usually roll into some dumbbell and kettlebell work to kind of fill in the gaps from the primary movement quality that we worked on that day. So we'll do some auxiliary work so if we're focused on lower body during the primary work, we'll do some upper body in the auxiliary work. Every session's goal in here is that we cover your whole body and that it works in a balanced way on the individual session, over the week, and then balanced over the course of the month. So if you only make it in for 1 session a week, or you make it in for 24 sessions a month, your training is going to be balanced within that workout, within the week, or within the month. After we finish the auxiliary work to balance out our main movements, we always finish each session with what we call a test of heart and will. It's nicknamed the thaw. We called it this at the beginning. We knew that when we first started the gym, it would be really important to challenge people with something that they didn't want to do, give them the opportunity to overcome that challenge, to do it in spite of the fact they didn't want to do it, and to send them out feeling fully exhausted and accomplished. And what we found over time, because we've been doing this for 6 years, and every single session here over the last 6 years has ended with a test of heart and will, what we found is that it trains people's ability to do hard things. And it's a really I think a big value add to what we do is we, on the daily practice, teach you to do something that sucks, to do something that you don't want to do, to overcome it, and to walk out of here feeling accomplished, confident that you can take on whatever challenges that come your way. So this was where it all started. This is the original classic location. This is where we do all our free weight stuff, but this is only half of what the fort has to offer. Now I'm gonna take you over to the second half. So after a few years of training in the basement, we never expected the overwhelming response that we would have at the gym, the frequency that people wanted to train, and we started running out of room. And when we first set up, we had this limited space. We put in the things that we felt were important, but there was a lot of strength qualities that we still wanted to train. There were a lot of ways that we wanted to keep people more fit. So once we ran into this problem, we looked for the closest space that we could put all the equipment that we really wanted to utilize for our equipment into like one spot, and we called that the engine room. So it's all part of the same gym, it's all part of the same facility, same coaches, same membership. We're just across the street. So we always wanted to maintain that speakeasy style, and you know we like stairs. So this gym, we're gonna go upstairs. We still have that board of motivation that was so popular at the strength gym. Right before you come in, we always have like a few words, some phrase to get you in the mindset. Welcome to the engine room. So this is where we put all the equipment that we wanted to include in the original strength gym, but we had no room for. We knew there was more that we needed than just free weight barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells. We needed to move more athletically. We also needed a way for people to keep training and recover from that heavy strength work and that neuromuscular load that we were putting on them in the strength gym. Because we knew it was really important to get people training every day, but it had to be sustainable in the long run. So the equipment that we really wanted to include were sleds, hammer trolleys. We wanted calisthenics equipment, meaning like chin-ups, dips, body weight movements. We wanted to use cable attachments. We wanted to use rope pulls, row, ski, bike, but we wanted it to feel similar in the way that the training went as the strength gym. We wanted it to feel similar to the strength gym in how each session kind of broke down. And that's why we needed a strength base where we could use equipment just like the strength gym that was set up in objective ways. So these hammer trolleys are pretty cool because we can objectively load progressive weight just like we would a barbell, but instead of these being on a free weight, these are adjustable on fixed arms, and they allow us to do a lot of the movements that we can do with a barbell, but without having to worry about dropping the weight on us. So like these hammer trolleys give us the ability to row, we can press, we can work through ranges in space on resistance curves that we can't on a normal barbell that just is gonna give us a resistance curve up or down. This is gonna allow us to pull up and out. We can do snatches, rotational presses, just a lot of different really cool equipment. We also have our pull-up rigs up here. So you can see we've got all kinds of chin-up attachments and grips from neutral, overhand, semi-supinated, with a bunch of different ways to train chin-ups. Now, if you don't have the ability to do a chin-up when you first start with us, we use bands in a really progressive manner. I'll show you here. We set these up. And then normally I'm gonna have a bench here, but I'm just gonna show you how we'll get set up. Get set up with the bands to add some help and resistance. So whatever your level is, even if you can't do a chin up, we're gonna use these bands to slowly train your ability to get to that first chin up on your own. And before long, you'll be doing them just body weight by yourself. So I think the crown jewel, the thing that gets the most attention over here at least, is our sled lane. And I think it's really special that we've got 4 separate distinct lanes, that everybody's got their own sled, and we can train people on energy system workouts that I've never been able to execute anywhere else because it didn't really have the setup. So we never have more than 4 people. We've got 4 pieces of equipment, and this allows us to create really interesting, creative workouts where we can track and measure people's energy system output in a really specific way. So we can keep track of the weight of the sled, the number of rounds that you complete of a given movement or a given distance, and then we can track that over time. So just the same way you might track somebody's weight in a barbell, I can track the total amount of work that you're able to perform from week to week in here in a way that gives you feedback as to how you're doing and how to get better. Another thing that I really love, we're big fans of, is the Concept 2 row and ski machines. So the thing that's really great about these is the monitors keep track of your performance like down to the 10th of a second. So I'm gonna do it over here because that one's not working. So what's really cool about the ski machine here is it keeps track of your work performance down to the 10th of a second. So I can set like a 2,000 meter row. It's gonna give me an average pace while I'm moving. And then for the effort, the time that it takes, the split, the projected finish while I'm going. So all this. And it also allows me to work my conditioning in a new and interesting way. A lot of times you kind of think of like cardio work as like running, walking. Well, here we work on our row, we work on our ski. We also use the Rogue Echo bikes, which just add a devastating effect to a bike. This is like not your normal spin bike. You've got your arms attached, and there's an exponential strength curve to where the harder you push against it, the more it's gonna drain your energy. So every little bit of extra effort you put in, it's gonna exponentially work you and tire you out more and more. So if there's any piece of equipment that I think can devastate you in like 1 minute, it would be this. So our guiding principles at the Fort have always been to take this seriously and to do what works. And between the strength gym and the engine room, we've combined all of the equipment that we think that we need to make training more meaningful, to keep track of your progress, to keep you engaged, and to set up a system where you're constantly working at getting better to the point where you start to level off and then start over in a brand new program working on improving. The way that I look at it, it's like compounding interest in a bank account. And every time you come in here to train, we put together those little details that add that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. And then over time, you really see it compound and you see your fitness bank account, your strength, your conditioning, your capabilities just improve over time, just because of the little things that we've done to set it up and make it more meaningful to you. So thank you for coming in, meeting with me, checking out our gyms, and I hope you come say hi sometime. 21st Street between 5th and 6th, downtown Manhattan. Till next time, thank you, bye.